I call.
Fold.
Marsden now with a little pair. Let's see what he does.
I expect him to raise.
Call.
The other play is to just call there with a little pair and hope to improve on the flop. But normally, Marafi's play is pretty weak there to call in opening position with a Jack-10 suited. But only if the players are willing to punish you who act after you.
Look at this here. 2 aces and an 8.
Marsden should figure out that his hand is the best.
4.
That's the absolute minimum, Barry.
Good enough for our chip leader. Gets into 137,000 chips now. More than twice as many as any of our other players. 3 times as many as 3 of them.
8,000.
4 raises to 8,000.
And Marsden with another pocket pair.
Call.
Player 5 calls.
Fold.
Player 6 calls.
I fold.
I call.
Player 2 calls.
Rafi calls with a deuce 7. 3 players now. 6-8 king. Campbell has paired his kings.
10,000.
Player 4 bets 10,000.
Fold.
Player 5 calls.
Going to be good enough for Campbell. Staying bold. And he'll pick up 18,000 chips on that. Which gets him at least within striking range, but still 50,000 behind Clayton Marsden. 5 players fighting it out for 1 seat. And right now our chip leader continues to be Clayton Marsden. Marsden at 129,000 chips. Ben Campbell 50,000 behind him. And then it's Stevens, Marafi. They're at 39 and 38,000. And Jesper Olsen is now at that point where it's starting to get desperate for Jesper.
Well, 2 more hands, he'll be in the big blind for 4,000. He needs to get those chips involved in the next 3 hands.
I call.
Marafi will call, and Campbell will limp in. Marafi catches his jack.
4,000.
Player 2 bets 4,000.
Marafi takes, or rather, Campbell takes 1 look at Marafi and says, "No, I think you got the goods." In this case, he was right.
Fold.
Olsen not happy with what he's been looking at.
Fold.
North Vivas. Marsden with a 9-4 wins by default.
And now Barry, Jesper Olsen, the short stack, is in the big blind in seat number 6. He has 4,000 chips in there of his 15,000, so he only has 11,000 behind. And look at this, 3 aces dealt.
Wow.
Marsden has the best kicker, Thieves has the second best, and Olsen on the short stack, the worst. But I don't see how he gets away from it, given his chip position.
Raise pot.
Look at the look on Olsen's face. And it tells you everything you need to know, but I think he's going to throw it away.
How much?
34.
How much to call? Oh yeah, all my chips. Yeah.
And Thieves must understand that his ace-6 is no good. Good fold.
Throws it away. Yeah, it was a good fold. When he sees this, he will appreciate what he just did.
And now, Barry, for Jesper Olsen,
Well played.
it is the eternal question.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you do it.
To move all in or not? That is the question.
So said Shakespeare.
And look at this. Man, you got a feel for the guy. Finally picks up a hand. He's got a pair of 9s, and Marafi down at the other end of the table has him pipped with a pair of 10s. So Olsen's going to get all his chips involved as a 4-to-1 underdog.
Player 1 folds.
And bad news is Campbell folded to 9, so it's going to be even worse than that.
Yeah.
Call,
It's almost 9-to-1 underdog.
Let's see.
What's that? Don't like the 9s today.
I don't like the 9s today, he said. Well, he's got one card in the deck, but let's see what... We've seen strange things happen. Seven, ace, deuce.
Well, Olsen can root for running hearts for a flush.
Not going to happen. He's got one card, one out.
The 9 of diamonds.
And that will be the last hurrah for Jesper Olsen. So Jesper will take what will be a slow walk for him. We mentioned his ankle injury, and he will exit slowly and painfully. Are you ready to see poker history? March 18th is the date to circle. 216 players have come to the Poker Dome, but only 6 lucky players will have $1 million shot of a lifetime. MansionPoker.com. It's about to give away the largest single-day grand prize the poker world has ever seen. $1 million. That's 1,000,000. Is that right?
Count 'em.
.00. Four players playing for one seat. Mazden twice as much as his closest competitor right now.
Player 1 makes it 12,000. 12,000.
Thieves is getting down to that point where he too is going to have to do something sooner rather than later.
And Thieves has raised the pot,
I
trying to
raised.
steal, and Marafi says,
Yeah.
oh, no, you don't.
Yeah.
He senses there is something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Ooh, good.
And now Thieves is pretty much pot committed. I
He
mean,
is, yeah.
he's saying, oh, that this 2-2 solid chip lead would melt.
Take one back.
Yeah, he's going to use his extension here.
And viewers might be wondering, well, what is he thinking about? He knows he doesn't have a good hand with 6 high. Well, he's calculating the pot odds here. He understands that he's got a terrible hand, but he's getting like 3 or 4 to 1 on this call. And this is probably the best use of his chips. But the time's about to run out, Barry.
3-2, throws it away. So Marafi will win the hand, but it really leaves Thieves with very little. And so if he wasn't committed this time, he's going to have to be committed sometime very, very soon. We'll come back. The adventures of Mark Thieves continue.